Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel and happy Friday! Today we're going to be doing something very special. On this channel we haven't really seen this yet of my personality, but I love to eat and I love to cook. So today we're going to be combining those two and starting a new segment called Foody Friday. So every Friday expect to see me on here cooking and showing you guys how to make some of my favorite recipes. Also, sorry for this atrocious angle. I'm sure the videography in this is going to be fantastic because I'm holding the camera myself right now, so it's probably a little wonky, but that's okay. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite recipes, and it's one that is inspired by a restaurant that I like to go to in my city, and they make amazing buffalo chicken pizza. I love buffalo chicken pizza, I crave it, and today we're going to be making it, my rendition of it. So it's super simple, pretty easy, and super inexpensive. All of the ingredients that I bought cost less than $10 together. So that's exciting. It's inexpensive, you can feed multiple people with it, and super worth trying out if you like buffalo chicken and you like pizza. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first step we're going to do is turn this oven on to 425 because that's the temperature at which I have to cook my pizza dough. Now it depends on what pizza dough you use. You can make a handmade pizza dough, which I will not be doing today. I'm using a pre-made one from the store. So whichever one you use, if you use a pre-made one, just follow the instructions on that. But mine requires it to be on 425. So I'm going to start getting that preheated. Alright, next we're going to put some oil in a pan and turn this bad boy on so that we can start preheating the pan for the chicken. I just use kind of a medium size pan and spray some canola oil on it just so nothing sticks. Alright, the first ingredient we have here is the star of the show, and that is chicken. So I'm going to do a medium cut on this chicken, just cube it up so that it's bite-sized. Whatever that means to you, just make it bite-sized, and I'll show you kind of what I mean after I cut that up. Alright, so this is kind of my definition of bite-sized. They're just very workable, small pieces. Not too small though, I don't want them like diced completely, but you just don't want them to be huge because when you take a bite of pizza, you don't want to be struggling with the chicken. You want to be able to enjoy the whole piece and not be like gnawing on a piece of chicken that's the size of your hand. So you get what I'm saying? You get it? I think you got it. Be sure after you cut up the chicken you wash your hands so you don't cross-contaminate stuff, because salmonella is a very real thing and we don't want to do that. Alright, now we've got that heat turned up to about a medium heat. I have it on 6 right now, and we're just going to let those pieces of chicken start heating up, cooking. Now what I'm going to be doing with the chicken is I'm not going to be cooking it all the way through. I really just want a sear on the outside of it so that when I put it in the oven on the pizza, it will finish cooking and it'll still be tender and nice. Alrighty, as far as the key ingredients, these are the ones that I'm going to be using to season my chicken. Just very simple, very basic, but it's going to bring out good flavor and complement the rest of the dish. Alright, so the camera cut out, but I already put the black pepper and some generous amounts of garlic on there. Next, I'm going to be going in with some paprika, onion powder, and a little bit of salt. Alright, now that all the seasoning's in there, I'm going to go ahead and start stirring this up to get some of it dispersed over the chicken. As far as how you want the chicken to look, you want it to have that white appearance on the outside. And the best way to tell if the chicken is not fully cooked, but it's still pink in the middle and perfect to put on the pizza and finish cooking in the oven is if you poke it and it's still fleshy. It still feels very soft and squishy like it's raw. Alright, now on to the fun part. This is the pizza dough that I'm using. It says classic, not Cassic, but I already opened it and then I decided to show you what brand it was. So it's Wewaka Classic Pizza Family Style Crust. It's a rectangle, so I've got a rectangular nonstick baking sheet. Even if your baking sheet isn't nonstick, you can still use this because it comes with parchment paper that you actually bake this on. So I'm just gonna roll this out and we'll get to topping. This chicken is looking just about perfect, so I'm actually gonna take it off the heat and let it finish cooking while it's off the direct heat. I'm just gonna let it finish in its own heat right now. Alright, now that the pizza dough is laid out, I'm gonna start applying some Sweet Baby Ray's Buffalo Wing sauce onto the pizza directly. This is my favorite buffalo sauce, but you can really use any of it and get a similar flavor, but I do recommend the Sweet Baby Ray's one. Alright, we're just gonna dump some on there and then spread it around with a spoon so that it's on all the corners. Just like regular pizza sauce. I'll be back when I'm done with that. Alright, that's about the coverage that I do. I don't like to do a ton of sauce just so that when I apply more buffalo sauce to the chicken, it doesn't become too overpowering on the pizza. Now that I've got that sauce on though, I'm gonna start applying some shredded mozzarella cheese just to cover that sauce and give it a nice cheesy base. Alright, now that that's sufficiently covered with some mozzarella cheese, I'm going to start putting an even amount of chicken all over the pizza, or as evenly as I can, so that whenever you eat it and you serve it, there's about the same amount of chicken on each piece. Now that that chicken is evenly dispersed on our beautiful little pizza pie right here, I'm going to go back in with some of that buffalo sauce and drizzle it on top. We're not going to use a ton, but we are going to apply enough to cover the chicken and add some garnish. Alrighty, that's about how much I use. Then we're gonna go back in with some more cheese and just top that chicken off so that it has a nice cheesy crust whenever it comes out of the oven. Also, the cheese method helps dial back some of the heat from the buffalo sauce. If you're not a huge spice fan, which I am, but if you're not a huge spice fan, then this step will definitely help kick back some of the heat. Alright, this next step is completely optional, but I like to do it just for garnish. I'm going to add some parsley flakes on my pizza, just like I said, for some garnish. Make it a little green. It doesn't affect the flavor at all, it just makes it a little prettier. Alrighty. Now we're going to pop this bad boy in the oven for 15 minutes and I'll be back to see the results. Alright, this beautiful bad boy just came out of the oven and I'm going to go ahead and cut it and show you how I like to eat it. This is how I personally like to eat mine, with some ranch sauce glazed on top and on the side for dipping. But if you don't like ranch or you don't eat ranch, then you don't have to have that step. It just cools it down, gives it a nice little flavor. I love the flavor of buffalo sauce and ranch together. So that's how I eat mine, and let's grab. Now, before I start devouring this pizza, I just wanted to say thank you so much for clicking on this video and joining me on my very first Foody Friday. I look so forward to doing more of these in the future. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more and have any specific dishes you would like me to show you how I make personally, then comment them down below. And if you try this recipe yourself and enjoy it, let me know how it goes for you in the comments. I look forward to doing more of these, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. So until next time, bye!